Day look like for a community manager working in tech? My name is Jacob. I work in community management at a large tech company, and this is part 7 of a series I'm doing where I'm sharing what it's like to work in community management as a community manager. So I'm very much an inbox zero kind of person. So what I'll do is I'll go through everything that came in overnight, both internally and with our online community spaces. So I'm checking DMs, I'm looking at notifications, I'm following different projects, initiatives, discussions, pieces of feedback that have been ongoing over time. And once I'm caught up with everything there, then, my day looks very different every day from that point on. So a lot of it is engagement. So making sure I am in the weeds with our community, making sure I'm part of those discussions, that I'm present, that I'm available, that people know that they can reach me, but also making sure that users are supporting users. We're in a lucky position where we've reached that critical mass where users can help users. We don't need to we as in our team doesn't always need to be jumping into everything, but we keep an eye on everything. Because moderation is a very big piece of our job. We want to make sure content and discussions are aligned with our community guidelines that are written in our community that everyone needs to abide by. Content and messaging is also a huge part of my role day to day. So if there's product announcements or updates or focus groups that need to be spun up, or announcements for a community initiative, or updates to our flagship company event that people need to know about, whether it's, discount codes or registration or a community activation on site, there's a lot of content built into my day to day, even if it's like featuring a community leader in a blog post. We're working on so many different content pieces to make sure our community voice, our customer voice ultimately, is at the forefront. Another part of my day is strategy and planning. So I'm working cross-functionally internally to ensure community is embedded into the various initiatives, projects, programs that we, deliver as an organization. So for example, with product and engineering, that's making sure that the community voice is heard with product feedback, that they're involved in focus groups or early release product features. We're working with our research team as well to get the community voice into research that they're doing on work and collaboration. We work with our customer experience team to make sure that community is part of, what they're sharing with customers, because it's a natural fit. Our community is open to any customer, any user. So events are also a huge part of community. So I work with our strategic events team to make sure the community is embedded into the flagship event experience, the events that we hold as a company. So that's something like a community activation where people can come up and learn about the community programs and how to get involved, how to become a community leader. That's also making sure that we're getting our community leaders on stage presenting content. And swag is also a big part of that, of course. So while this is all happening, I'm back and forth between our community online spaces and our internal spaces to make sure everything is running smoothly. I also can't forget our vendors, so making sure contracts are up to date and invoices are paid.